What's going on, everybody? Welcome into another episode of HBCU Huddle. I am CJ Hurt. Follow me on Twitter at ConRadicalness. Follow me on Instagram at New ConRadicalness. I'm joined alongside, as always, by Mike Wallace. Mike, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, you caught me with some M&Ms, peanut M&Ms in my mouth, man. And
Kyra's rushing us, Mike.
Shout out to Peanut M&M. If you need, hey, we need sponsors. Shout out to Peanut M&M. I'll definitely put.
Is that your favorite? Is that your favorite M&M variant?
That's my favorite M&M, but I also like Reese's. Like, so if I had, there's two candies that I would have, and it's not even a pick six, it's a pick two.
Okay.
And we got another pick six coming. It's gonna be a great show, man. But if you ever want to give me some candy, and I don't need it, I definitely don't need it at this stage. But peanut M&Ms, man, and Reese's, man. Any of those
what about the peanut butter M&Ms? Do you rock with those?
I don't, because they got off. It's not them. They got outside their lane.
Kyra's is yelling at me right now. She's in a mood.
They're outside their lane.
Peanut butter M&Ms are the best ones, according to Kyra.
They are really good.
Okay.
But I just refuse because then I'm cheating on Reese's. You see
Ah,
what I'm saying? You see
faithful.
What I'm saying?
I like
I
that.
gotta stay faithful, man. Just like when Reese's went to the peanuts inside the Reese's, I'm like, come
Wait,
on,
I
man,
missed
you're
that.
getting outside your lane. Even though it's peanut butter, the peanuts inside the Reese's.
You talking about the Reese's Cups?
Yeah, the Reese's Cups, the big cups.
Yeah,
and they had the
I know what
peanuts
you're
in
talking
them.
about.
I was
now.
like,
yeah.
oh, man.
Yeah, they've started
I can't
throwing
go there.
pretzels in there as well.
Yeah. Just give me the traditional, man.
got
But
you.
hey, what is this show if we're not going off on a tangent?
Hey,
And we went off on one early. It's
Maybe
been a
that's
minute.
next week's pick six. 6 best candies.
Ooh.
6 favorite candies.
Ooh. That's
get
going
it.
to be a good one. That's going to be a good
Yeah,
one.
maybe we do that for next week's pick six.
Yeah.
Got an incredible pick six for you this week, because this week is Black Restaurant Week.
Mm-hmm.
Cynthia Daniels is going to be joining us. She's one of the best event planners in the city. She is one of the people in charge of helping to promote,
Mm-hmm.
advertise for Black Restaurant Week. She has so much knowledge and information about the black restaurants in Memphis in particular. So we're absolutely going to talk to her about that. I love Black Restaurant Week because anytime I get to eat, I'm good to go. So she'll be on. And Mike brought up this week's pick six in honor of Black Restaurant Week. The topic for this week is favorite fictional black-owned restaurants. And so, got to be thinking about that as the show goes on.
Yeah.
Because there are some
Yeah.
good ones out there.
See, I didn't know the disclaimer was black owned. It could. See, I just thought, black people were in there. They serve black people's food.
I guarantee you, Mike, you got black owned in there. I'm guaranteeing that if you're doing them from the black TV movie universe,
they're black owned.
They're black owned.
I got you.
I almost picked Good Burger on mine. Full disclosure, 90 skid Good Burger the movie. I remember that. I almost picked Good Burger on mine, but then I thought, wait a second. Not black owned.
Not black owned.
Unlike one of the other fast food chains that is on, I think, both of our lists. So we'll talk about that and more in the third segment. But right now, March Madness is here, Mike. One of the best times of the year, and we've got HBCUs and all types of basketball playing tournaments, from the CBI to the NIT to the big dance. And we're going to focus on the big dance because that's the big dance. That's the popular one. That's the one where you get to compete for a legitimate national championship. So we'll take a look at some of the HBCUs or at all of the HBCUs in the big dance, and we'll get things started, Mike, with Alabama State. Overall record of 20-15. They're coached by Tony Matlock, former Melrose assistant. For those of you who do not know or did not know, I don't know how you can live in Memphis and not know that his son played prep ball here as well. Player to watch, Amar Knox, who also played high school basketball in the Memphis area. 16-6 record in the calendar year of 2025. So they came into this tournament surging, and they continue to surge on, Mike.
Yeah, no question about it, man. I mean, we talked about Alabama State during last week's show, and you can see right there they won the SWAC championship. Give them credit. They beat my defending champion, Grambling State University Tigers. So we're always blessing the next champion, right? You got to come through Grambling, whether it's on the football field or whether it's on the basketball court, to get to your championship. So Jackson State did it in football. Alabama State did it in basketball. And then they went on and got a first 4 win as well, too, once they got past the NCAA or into the field of 68.
That was a hell of a game.
That was. And it came down to the buzzer at the wire. And that young man right there, man, Amir Knox from Bartlett High School, put the bucket in that put that team ahead for the 70-68 win over St. Francis.
I think that might have been Matlock on the screen.
Oh, okay, that was Matlock on the screen. But Knox hit the game-winning shot, the layup. And now they go on and they get to face Auburn, the number 1 overall seed. So, you go on, you get your first tournament victory, you win your SWAC championship, and now you get to go face the number 1 overall seed. You're going to get all the press and all the publicity that you can name in these next 48 hours, man, or over a 48-hour stretch. And kudos to Alabama State. I've always felt like from a facility standpoint and where they're located, that they were situated to do big things in athletics at the HBCU ranks.
Alabama State, once again, bites me in the ass as a proud Tuskegee alum.
Yeah.
Picked against them.
Okay.
Cost me money, Mike.
There you go. That's what you get. That's what you get for hating on the HBCU.
I had a 9-teamer, Mike. I had a 9-team parlay, baby.
How far did you get? How far did you get?
That game.
That was the 9th?
That was the first game. That was the first game.
Okay.
That was the first one.
So that just knocked you out right off the top.
Immediately.
There you go. That's what you get, man. That's what you get.
Immediately.
You got to have faith in the HBCUs, man. Come on, man.
Whatever. $1,800 I would have had, Mike. 9-teamer, $5. Whatever. Shut up, Kyra. Next up, on the women's side, we'll stay in the SWAC on the women's side. Let's take a look at Southern. Southern ended up winning the conference tournament in the SWAC. They're coached by Coach Carlos Funches, who is SWAC Coach of the Year. Their overall record of 20-14. They're their player to watch. Anya Gordine, second team all SWAC, and is a walking bucket. They've won the SWAC tournament 2 of the past 3 years, Mike. So they are legit. They get a chance to go dancing as well. Big news, big time congratulations go out there to the Southern Jaguars.
Yeah, and you celebrate this. You celebrate winning your title, your conference title, on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. You enjoy the week leading up to Selection Sunday, and you enjoy the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of traveling to your regional site, doing the press conferences, playing in major big-time arenas, getting the press coverage that you deserve and that you don't get a lot of in the HBCU ranks. And you enjoy that. And then you have to go out there and slay Goliath at that point, because if you're Southern, chances are you're going up against one of the teams that's picked and favored to win an NCAA tournament title, whether it's South Carolina, whether it's some of the other teams that have jumped up and have been had great seasons in terms of being a number 1 seed in the women's side. And you just go out there and play. You know what I mean? You go out there and play, you have fun, and you go out there as loose as you can. And kudos to Southern. That program deserves it. They've done it 2 out of the last 3 years, and they're going back again. So they're building a little dynasty down there in Baton Rouge.
Absolutely. They take on UC San Diego in the first 4 on the women's side in the play-in. UC San Diego favored by 3.5. Sure would have been nice to have the women's lines yesterday when I went to the casino, because my palm was itching, Mike. It's my time of the year, baby.
This is
when I do all of my gambling.
All right, there you go.
All of my sports gambling is happening right now. Norfolk State on the men's side, they finally do it. Yeah. They had won they had won the regular season in the SWAC. 3 years in a row, I think, certainly back-to-back years. Well, 3 years in a row, including this year, if I remember correctly. And they hadn't gotten to the big dance. They hadn't won the SWAC, the MEAC tournament. They won it this year. They get to go dancing. They have an overall record of 24-10, coached by Coach Robert Jones. Player to watch, Brian Moore Jr., MEAC newcomer of the year. And don't forget, this is a program who in 2012 had that big time upset over Missouri in the round of 64, Mike.
Yeah, Norfolk State has always been a good team basketball wise, and we talked about that even when they made headlines in the football side this past spring or this past winter with Michael Vick taking over. And I said he was walking into a great environment because of what they've done athletically across multiple sports, but basketball has been with their stronghold in the MEAC, and they finally got another breakthrough opportunity. They won't be afraid of this moment. This is a team that's traveled nationally every year. They go up against these top power programs all the time, and this is an environment that they will not be intimidated by any stretch of the imagination. So if you're a number 1 seed or somebody like that, if you get to them, don't get caught slipping, Florida. Because don't just overlook Norfolk, because this isn't a team that's just happy to be there. They're a team that understands we're here to try to win, and we're going to go out there and win. And if Florida has a bad night and this game ends up close, CJ, you're a gambling guy. If you're going to put money on a 16 versus 1, that's the one to do it. I'm not encouraging you.
No.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If I was going to do one, that would be the one.
The line is 28.5. And
they're not going to lose by 30.
I might take them to cover.
They're not going to lose by 30.
For everything that you said.
They're not going to lose by 30. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Like I'm picking these ladies to go far.
Okay.
Norfolk State's women. They're in third straight trip to the dance. There was a Coach Vic already on campus at Norfolk. Coach Vickers. Shout out to Coach Vickers. One of the best basketball coaches right now in the game. Played. He's Norfolk. He's a Norfolk State Spartan through and through, right?
Yeah.
Like he played there in the 90s and then got immediately into coaching. They got a 30-4 overall record, Mike, with wins over Auburn and Missouri. One blowout loss. One, I think it was to North Carolina. One really bad loss to North Carolina. But the other losses, like 8 points to Washington State. Right? Like that's really close. They're playing some of the power conference teams really, really close and outright beating them.
Yeah.
Player to watch, Diamond Johnson, MEAC Player of the Year. They're undefeated in the MEAC. And like I said, only 4 losses on the season, Mike.
Please tell me, and I hadn't seen the bracket, but please tell me they're not a 16.
They're 13. They take on Maryland.
There you go. Finally.
It's a
because
fight.
That is the highest ranked, highest seeded HBCU that I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever seen the HBCU seeded higher on the men's or women's side than 13. So, they got the kind of respect that they needed for what they've been able to do. And 13 might even seem like a low seed. They should have probably been in maybe if any other team, let's just say take them out of the HBCU ranks. If they were just a regular group of 5 or whatever after that, they would have been seeded higher than 13 with that kind of record and that kind of resume. So I still think that there was some sliding there, but I like what you're saying, CJ. You've convinced me now to watch them. When this tournament tips off.
Maryland, not to take anything away from the women of Maryland.
And it's a regional game, too.
I'm a regional game.
Yeah,
That's
regional
fun.
rivalry.
I am a Michigan fan, so I've seen Maryland play Michigan this year, and they're good. But I think Norfolk State can get up there and get them. They're 1-2 punch of Kiera Wheeler and Diamond Johnson, who I mentioned before, is formidable, man. Wheeler is one of the best rim protectors in the nation. Here's Johnson's pedigree, by the way. When she was a freshman at Rutgers, this is a transfer, freshman at Rutgers, part of the 50-40-90 club at Rutgers. She transfers to North Carolina State, and as a sophomore, she's 6th person of the year in the ACC on a team that got to the Elite Eight.
Ooh. Right. So she went from Rutgers to NC State. So Norfolk. Here's the thing. She's faced Maryland before when she was at Rutgers in the Big Ten, right? ACC, she knows big-time competition. So this isn't anything that's going to be intimidating for her either.
And then you throw Wheeler out there as well. Like I said, one of the best rim protectors in the nation, about 2.4 blocks per game. Top 10 in the nation in blocks per game. You got that punch on the inside, tremendous rebound and 9 rebounds per game as well. With the punch of Diamond on the outside as my alarm goes off. Like, hey, these ladies might do something special. We might be talking about a Sweet 16 Elite 8 type run.
We could be talking about Norfolk State women next week on the Huddle.
That would be great.
As still being active.
That would be great.
That would be great, absolutely. No question.
Those are your teams in the big dance on both the men's and the women's side. We've got more to talk about. Cynthia Daniels is going to come in right now. It's Black Restaurant Week in Memphis. We're going to tell you where to go and all of the information surrounding that right here on HBCU and the Built
and we
for
hungry.
Hungry as hell in the Built for Tough Studios, baby.
I never in a million years would have ever thought that John Cena's final run would be as a heel.
I love it.
I love it.
Once they saw this from The Rock,
they knew it. Everybody knew it except for Cody, which was so good.
Great camera work by WWE.
And then the kick. Yeah, I don't think WWE gets enough credit for the camera work and the production quality. I mean, it is incredible.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
We are in March, which is Women's History Month.
True.
And we were talking about how do we kick off the show? What can we talk about? And we were like, why don't we talk about women's shoes? The Sabrina one. Okay.
Can't go wrong. Right? That's a good shoe.
And the 2 you could argue is even better, but the one's
you can't
fine.
have the 2 without the 1.
Yeah,
though.
in the month of February, the Sabrina 2 was the 2nd most worn shoe in the NBA in minutes played. The Sneak Fest Show, live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. on Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
Debo traded from San Francisco to the Commanders for a 5th round
pick. There's no other sport where you would get a player of his ilk for a 5th-round pick.
Over under total yards for Debo. If they set it at 1,000, you think he hits that over?
Total yards?
Total yards from scrimmage, total yards.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Would you mind standing in front so everybody could get a good glimpse of this? This can't be the look of the season. This is not the look of the season, Jessica. Like.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Welcome back, everybody. HBCU Huddle, Grind City Media, built for Tough Studios. CJ, Mike, we're still waiting on Cynthia to get here. So let's just go to our favorite fictitious restaurants, our favorite fictitious Black-owned restaurants in honor of Memphis Black Restaurant Week. We'll start with me first, Kyra, and
Pick 6 time.
And then when Cynthia gets here, we'll take a break, get her, and finish up with Mike and get her thoughts on some of our lists.
All right.
All right. So on my list, Club Sugar Ray.
That's mine.
Is it yours?
Mine. Yeah, this is mine. This is mine.
Okay.
Is that yours?
I
You
feel
didn't
like
have Sugar Ray on there.
I made a change of mine, and I don't think Kyra caught it. Club Sugar Ray was on mine, and then I replaced it with the itis.
You saw mine and you took my Sugar Ray, man.
I didn't see it. I promise you this is a mix-up. But Club Sugar Ray is good. Like, that's a good spot, Mike.
Man,
you can't be mad at me about wanting some Club Sugar Ray.
Come on,
Harlem
man.
Nights, that's where it went down at.
That's all right.
It ended up.
All right. That wasn't on your list when I submitted mine.
Full disclosure, I submitted a list and then thought about one.
Checked it twice.
And was like, okay, it's going to bump Club Sugar Ray. Club Sugar Ray should be honorable mention. I'll tell you which one should have been on the list. Number 5 for me is Pop's Joint, Wayne's Brothers. It always looked like fun. I wouldn't eat from there. Let me be clear. But because I'm pretty sure he failed multiple health inspections or was cutting the corner somewhere. Yeah. But I would buy a paper and I would sit down in there and chill at Pop's Joint. It seemed like a cool chill joint. Number 4 for me is McDowell's coming to America.
Yes.
That's the one we were talking about. Good Burger earlier. Yeah. I was like, can't be Good Burger. That's not black owned. But McDowell's, I know McDowell's is black owned.
Yes.
So I love that. And I'm assuming it tastes like McDonald's, but better, right? Like I'm assuming they put a little bit.
They got the golden arches.
They put a little bit.
We got the old golden arc.
Yeah. I'm assuming they put a little seasoning on there.
They put a little seasoning
just something special to make the taste pop. Number 3 for me is Tiana's Palace. Princess and the Frog. Love supporting black-owned businesses.
What did they sell there?
Beignets and like Louisiana style
so it was
food.
Cajun.
Like it was Cajun.
Yeah. Did they sell frog legs?
No.
They probably did, though.
No. Tiana's Palace, so good. They got it at Disneyland.
Okay, as a legit spot.
As a legit spot in Disneyland. So, and they do a stuffed beignet. I didn't know we were allowed to stuff them.
What are you stuffing a beignet with?
Strawberry jam, cream.
Okay.
So Tiana's Palace is 3 on here. Number 2 for me is Nipsey's Bar. Martin.
Nipsey's, yeah.
Another spot where it was just like, it would be cool to just hang out here, order some wings, and sip on some whiskey.
Absolutely. Who wouldn't? As a matter of, go ahead.
Okay,
this
so
is great.
Right here, we're gonna stop for a second. Nipsey should be 3, Tiana's 4, McDowell's 5, Pop's Joint 6, because 2 for me is the itis from Boondocks. And if you know about that episode, you know about that episode. It's a great episode. I'm assuming you don't know, Mike, so let me set the scene for you. Henry Wunsler is a super rich, evil white man, all right? He wants to buy property in this prestigious, pristine part of town, but he can't because it costs too damn much.
Okay.
So what he decides to do is have his friend Granddad, played by John Witherspoon, opened a restaurant. Granddad started doing the big Sunday dinners after watching Soul Food. And so that's what we're going to do. He created a burger called the Loofah, which is a donut with a burger that's half a pound, cheese, bacon, onion, and another donut on it, right? So it's that type of soul food where it is very clearly going to give you the itis.
All right.
So when you get sleepy, you can just sleep there. So you can eat, and then you can pay for an hour-and-a-half nap.
That comes with your meal.
That comes with your meal.
Yeah,
and then after your nap, you're supposed to get up and leave. But nobody wakes up immediately from the itis and leaves. So they put hydraulics in the bed so that at the end of your hour and a half, it just shoots you out onto the street. And after a while, the restaurant sat between like a juice bar and a yoga studio. Okay. And after a while, the neighborhood gets run down, and it's a liquor store and a Foot Locker standing next door. And Wenzel wanted to buy the property, and come to find out, the reason why he had Granddad open the spot, he ends up kicking Granddad out. Like, yo, not making enough money. You got to go. The reason he wanted Granddad there was to drive the property costs down. Property costs were high because of Meadowlark Park. Shout out to Meadowlark. Meadowlark Park was over there, and so the restaurant comes through, and different people start coming in, and it starts running down the neighborhood and the community around. Yeah. And so now Wenzel can get through and buy it. It's a great episode. Love that episode. One of my favorite Boondocks episodes.
This all happened in one episode?
And the conversation around what we eat as black people is the center of the episode. Yeah. Because he's having like grilled cheese chitlins and stuff like that, right? It's just like, why do we eat like, we don't have to eat like this anymore. It's bad for our health. But the conversation around food in the black community and what we eat and how we eat is very, very prominent the entire time. They get into a big, Huey, the oldest grandchild and Granddad, they get into the biggest fight about the restaurant. And it is soul food gets brought up, and Huey's going off about soul food in a really, really funny way. True, but funny way as well. And so it's just a great episode. You should watch it.
All right, so here's the thing, and this is funny that you mentioned that, because I'm reading the book that I'm reading now. I try to read at least one book. I align myself this year with 1 to 2 books a month, right? Okay. So right now I'm reading Charlemagne the God's Get Honest or Die Lying, right? It's a spoof on Get Rich or Die Trying, right? But it's sort of these, he's dealing with these real current event issues and how we as a society need to get back to just being honest. And I heard you earlier today, you were having a conversation with one of our colleagues, Derek Pender. Yeah, Derek Pender, just about on why are we afraid to have real honest conversations with our kids. Sometimes we get too caught up in feelings when, it's okay. Sometimes you got to hurt somebody's feelings, or their feelings have to be hurt in order to learn, right? So the premise of this book, one of the chapters is about the Boondocks and how Charlemagne had befriended the writer, the creator of the Boondocks, Aaron, right? And so they became great friends. And so he said he talked about these episodes in the Boondocks and how they were really ahead of their time, especially the first 3 seasons of the Boondocks. I'm going to go back now and I'm going to binge the first 3 seasons of the Boondocks, because I've never seen an episode in its entirety at all. I probably have seen one for maybe 5 minutes, but because of the storylines and what they're dealing with, it's something that it's intrigued me enough. And then to hear you double down on it, that's an omen. That's a mission right there, man. So
shout out to Aaron Magruder, Boondocks creator. The first 2 seasons, I would say, are I'd pick the first 2 seasons of Boondocks individually. Top 100 greatest TV seasons of anything all time.
You would be, man. I
would put season 1 in my top 10 to 15.
I'm going to show you at some point the page that what you just said is on, because Charlemagne said the same thing. He said, I will put the top 3 seasons, the first 3 seasons of Boondocks against any series that has been created in modern history, including The Wire, including Sopranos, including what's the one that just went berserk. Everybody loved it. It's the
Breaking
Dragons
Bad,
and
House of the Dragon. What is it? Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Like he said, it holds up well against any of those. So I'm gonna go back because it's cartoon, right?
Yes. If you're legit gonna watch Boondocks. After every episode, I want to talk to you about it.
How many episodes are in a series?
In a season, I think season 1 might have like 10 to 12. Okay. Same thing with season 2.
All right. I'm going to check it out for sure.
If you watch Xbox Killer, that is the one. You and I need to sit down and talk about that because that is one of the best TV episodes of all time.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if everybody fully grasps everything that was going on. How real and how true Xbox Killer was at the time to current events.
And this is incredible. This is how long? So we're talking seasons 1 and 2. Those go back to what? I mean, how far we go back?
2003, 04.
So
maybe?
So it's 20 plus years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Boondocks tangent over.
Yeah.
Number 1 for me. And it should be number 1 on everybody's list.
Quick, boy.
Kyle was ready.
She hit you with a domino.
The Pit, a different word. Yeah. A different world, excuse me. Shout out to Mr. Gaines. That is how everybody that I know envisioned their college calf to be. Right? And if it wasn't that, that's what people wanted it to be, where everybody was just coming in, hanging out. You would get wisdom from some of the older people in the show. They also would come through. Colonel would come through and kick it. Some of the teachers would come through and kick it. And you just be there with your friends, just hanging out. Would you have money to eat all the time? Probably not.
Right.
But you were just there to hang out and mooch some fries off of some of your friends and have whatever fun conversations, whatever serious conversations you needed to have at the time.
See, the thing about the Pit, what I always was confused by was that an on-campus joint?
Yes, on campus.
That your tuition and room and board paid for, or was that an off-campus joint where you had to pay yourself? Kind of pay at yourself.
At Tuskegee.
So was it a cafeteria that was associated with? Because we had the caf at Grambling,
right?
But we didn't have a spot where you just went in and you can just pay on your own and get some food.
I bet they have that now.
They do have it now. They do have it now.
When I was at Tuskegee, we had both. We had a calf, and then we had our version of the Pit downstairs. I forget what it was called, so please don't take my Tuskegee card. It was a long time ago. And I never, they would give you like $30 to start the semester. Like, hey, here's $30 for free. For you to go and use down
Pit
there.
Credit, basically.
Credit.
Yeah.
But after 2 meals, you had used all of that. So I would try and hold on to mine until the very end of the semester.
See, we had to go to the village. We had to go to the village at Grambling, which was just a block off campus.
Got you.
And my man Corey Allen told me the village doesn't even exist anymore, where I was, where I spent a lot of time and craziness. But that's a great list, man. That's a great list. So we got an option right now because I think I heard. I think I heard Derek back there. I think we might have Cynthia in the building. And if she's in the building, we might want to get to her and then come to my pick 6.
Yep, that's what we'll do.
Does that work? Okay,
so we'll take a break.
Yep.
We'll take a break. So we're going to break. Cynthia Daniels will be here. We'll get Mike's favorite fictitious black-owned restaurants, and we'll talk some more. We just got off on a tangent about the Boondocks. Who knows what other tangents we're going to get off on right here on HBCU Huddle next.
We touched on this earlier, the panel here, about what really has been the mainstay of the Grizzlies, and that's Jaren Jackson Jr. Trip has just been awesome.
He's posting guys up. He's stronger than he's ever been. He's physical, and he's scoring all type of ways.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizzbeat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Tony was the defensive guy, but Zebo was the offensive guy. So you could speak to this. It's way worse when you're getting doubled, right?
I had went through that for it. When I was in Portland, me on the team, you got triple. You hear me, Rose? You can't talk about those. You got to talk about triple. You got triple team.
This man was scoring on 3 dudes.
Swing, T.A.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. We will get into all things Grizzlies, but first and foremost, a big congratulations to the Memphis Tigers for locking up at least a share of the AAC title. First time since joining the American Athletic Conference that they are regular season conference champs.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt, live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You've coached a lot of different versions of the SEC, and obviously there's never been one deeper than this. What's it like been coaching in this.
The reason for the league being so good is the commitment. Commitment to coaching, commitment to facilities, commitment to the NIL across the board. There is not anybody in our league that's not investing in all those things.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You know where we're back also, HBCU or whatever. You know where the Ida B. Wells statue is.
Yes,
that's the other way though.
Yeah, so just keep walking down there, and it's right there on your left, right across from Church Park.
That's the other way.
Mike,
Church
it's
Park
right
is,
here.
All right, so Insomnia Cookies.
Yep, keep going that way.
Keep going up. So go past the Withers Museum.
Go past Withers Museum. Shout out to
keep going.
Withers.
Keep going to the end of the block.
Yep.
All right.
Cross the street. And
cross the street.
Cross the street.
So there's the church there.
And it's right across from the church.
Oh, so that's like I guess that is still Bill.
It is. It is.
Shout out to Sugar Shack, everybody. It's Black Restaurant Week.
Great segue right there.
Pleased to be joined by Cynthia Daniels.
Great segue.
Cynthia does so many great things, puts on so many wonderful events in the city. One of the great events that you put on in the city, Black Restaurant Week. It is this week.
Yes.
Cynthia, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for telling Mike where Sugar Shack is so we can see it and pinpoint it. Yes. Where are you at before we get into the questions?
Okay.
Where are you on social? Where can people go to find out more about Black Restaurant Week and the events that you put on?
So Instagram at 901BRW. Memphis Black Restaurant Week on Facebook. You can find me at Cynthia Daniels and Company on all social media platforms and even on TikTok.
Okay, you're on the tickety talk.
On the tickety talk a little bit.
All right,
Trying to keep it young.
So we were talking before we got on air.
Yes.
And before we started explaining to Mike where Sugar Shack is.
Yes.
We were talking about your trip to Four-Way and about all the food you've been eating this week.
All week I've been eating.
I want to know some recommendations. We need recommendations for Black Restaurant Week. I will say, full disclosure, I went to that Jamaican spot off Madison in Cleveland.
Went there Monday.
It was good.
What did you have?
I had the curry chicken.
Okay.
I had some of the rice and peas.
Yes.
I had the mac and cheese.
Yes.
I had the cabbage.
Yeah.
I had, I'm not done.
Oh.
And I had a beef patty.
And a beef patty.
Okay.
Mike, I'm a growing boy.
And even the drinks are from Jamaica.
Yes.
So it was. I had the chicken pasta.
Okay.
Delicious.
Oh, the jerk chicken pasta. Yes.
delicious.
You can't go wrong with that.
You
man.
cannot. No.
What
All
is,
right, so what's the name of that spot though? Because
It's Memphis Jamaican Kitchen.
Memphis Jamaican Kitchen. Is that a relatively new spot?
It is. So they opened up mid-February. They were a food truck for a very long time.
Was that the food truck up here?
The food truck on Vance. It's still open, yes. And
That
so
is
now,
where it was. That is where it was.
Okay, we can check that off the box.
Yes.
Okay.
But they got a storefront now.
They have a storefront now on Madison.
And we have a full list of restaurants.
Yes, that's what we got. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So if you go to blackrestaurantweek.com, I've connected all of the websites, all of the promo videos, and everything you can see. Yep.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, Kyra went straight to the website. Kyra's hungry. Kyra wants
and we
these.
even got Millington in the bunch, right? So
I noticed. So
I'm trying to spread it out a
couple of things.
Okay.
Before we get to how spread out it is this year.
Oh, the chicken coop is black?
Yeah.
Black on?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
On Winchester.
Oh, that's that one. Okay.
Mike brought up the fact that the Jamaican restaurant seemed to be new, and you said that it's been open a couple of months. There are a whole bunch of those this year.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
You know,
Biscuits and Jams is black.
You didn't know Biscuit and Jams was black, Mike?
Oh, bro.
I'm so glad I'm here today.
I'm glad you're here too.
We got changing lives.
That's what we doing.
Come on, man.
I've been there 6 times and didn't know.
Did you not wonder why you went 6 times?
Yeah, I guess so. Shout out to you. All right.
Mike, you got me hot in here now. I gotta take off my hat, man. Damn. How you not know Biscuit and Jams was black?
You know what though? That's Memphis though, man. That's Memphis though.
Yeah. Look
at
you. He already been
supporting. See, that's Memphis, man.
Been supporting, didn't even know it.
Memphis doesn't even have to say, "Hey, we black." They just go in business and do it.
Okay, so the new ones, new restaurants.
Yeah, so it really, what I commend people this day and age is that they're brave enough to still want to open up brick and mortars in this day and age. So I feel like it's my, due diligence to make sure they're listed at the top of the list for Black Restaurant Week. So again, we've got the Wing Guru Whitehaven. They're very new.
Oh man,
can we get that graphic up on the screen?
Shout out to my man Tim Ware,
okay,
executive director of Grizzlies Prep. Yes,
Mahogany River Terrace. That's something special. Have you been there before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I know Mike hasn't because he ain't say nothing. But it is 3 levels.
Okay.
Of just Black excellence. I mean, in
Mahogany
terms of the
River
decor.
Terrace. Okay.
They even have it's so funny, they have a seafood themed menu. And I asked them, is it out of the Mississippi? And they're like, nah. We eat it from somewhere else. But no, it's amazing food, amazing
and a good vibe.
The view is everything, right?
Yeah. Right, so where are we talking? Where is
this? Is Mud Island. This was a restaurant that used to be there, I think like 30-some years ago that closed down. So they came in, rebuilt that space, took about a good 2 years to revamp it.
Okay.
It's really beautiful.
Okay. So I have another spot I normally go to on Mud Island, but I'm going to skip that spot and go to this one now.
Absolutely. They're open 7 days a week. They're open for lunch and dinner.
Right.
And brunch is a thing there too.
All right, you sure?
Yeah. Mahogany brunch is a thing.
Absolutely.
All right, I gotta hit that for sure.
And so Jay's Coffee and Cuisine, we talked about it being spread out. That's in Millington. That's a couple that took an old Danvers and converted it into a really cool space. So you definitely want to check that out. 111 Madison. That's
right
another
up here.
one. That's 3 levels.
That's an upscale type spot.
Upscale food. The second floor is more of a lounge vibe, and then the third floor is a whole like cigar bar. So it's really nice for the fellas for sure.
Okay.
We got Son of a Vegan. They're located inside of Hickory Ridge Mall. People are vegan and vegan curious these days, so we want to make sure they feel included.
And you do a vegan food truck fest.
Yes, that'll be May 31st this year.
Oh man.
So I try to hit everybody.
You do.
Again, that Biscuit Jam. So their second location downtown. That's the newer one.
All right. I've been to the other one.
Biscuits and Jams up here off.
It's starting in Bartlett.
I know it's starting in Bartlett.
That's the one.
Where's the one downtown?
It's BB King. It used to be.
I walk past it on my way. I know where you're talking. I walk past it on my way to the bus stop.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Okay.
Delicious.
Okay. Yeah, they are. Man, and their coffees, man. Ooh, like they're okay.
I'm glad. I love that he's supporting.
Yes.
Then we've got Exactly Breakfast and Deli. They're in Whitehaven.
Oh, I hit that up.
I have not tried that yet.
Delicious.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Everything. So they do catfish and French toast.
God, you stop it.
It is.
You stop playing with me, Cynthia.
I said, these don't go together. And the wife was like, trust me, it does. They have a turkey leg smoked melt, and they have a turkey leg omelet. The omelet is what I had the last time.
A turkey leg smoked melt.
So is the leg like
the bone ain't in there? Then
It's cut up.
Okay,
it's cut up.
I was gonna say okay.
But
so
just imagine
pulled turkey leg.
Can you imagine how good that is?
I can. Because I'm thinking you put 2 slices of bread on
with the leg. That's what I'm thinking too.
No.
All right. Keep it coming.
And, okay. Get ready for this name. Sweet Potato Pie Soul Food Whiskey Cafe. So this is in South Haven. So I've had a lot of people over the years in Mississippi. They're like, listen, can we just get a little bit of love?
What's the pasta spot? Oh, I'm blanking on the name, but it was in South Haven in Black Restaurant Week. My wife and I went. I'll look up the name.
Okay.
I'll look up the name and let you know.
Let me know. Right. So they do all soul food, and then you've got Southern Breakfast Kitchen that's in Bartlett, same owner. Rob
that's
Hunter.
in Bartlett?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Southern Breakfast Kitchen. So Rob Hunter, who owns Havana Mix. He owns these 2 restaurants. And so Southern Breakfast Kitchen is in Bartlett, has an amazing menu as well. He even has hibachi. So you can get breakfast hibachi.
All right, does he do like catering too?
Yes.
He probably does.
Yes.
All right, I've seen his work. I've seen his work.
All good food everywhere. And then you have Monday DB West African Barbecue Grill. That's East Memphis. So it's funny. We posted a video of theirs last week. It went viral. They've had like 30,000 views. He said they have been humping since Wednesday.
Since you put him on the spot. You blew up the spot right there.
And the cool thing about Memphis Black Restaurant Week.
CJ about to order some food right now.
Right.
I'm ordering right now. Hey, baby, listen. I'm at work. I'm on the air. What's the name of the black-owned restaurant in Whitehaven that we love with the pasta? And they have the great vegan Trap Fusion. Thank you, baby. I love you. I got to get back to work.
Okay. We've definitely had them.
Turn up on his wife, man.
I'm working, Mike. I got
what I need.
It's Trap Fusion.
And actually, Trap Fusion would be at the Food Truck Festival this Sunday. So they have food trucks, too.
I've had them. I've had Trap Fusion.
So it's just really cool. Oh, and Pop's Drinks. So Pop's Drinks, that's in Collierville. So we've only
spread out.
We've only had one other Collierville restaurant. We had the Waffle Iron before the pandemic. They ended up closing. But Pop's Drinks, Jennifer Purnell is the owner. She was in Utah on business. They have a lot of soda shops in Utah. So she said, you know what? I want to bring one back to Memphis. So they do like sandwiches and more light foods, but definitely want to check them out. They're in the Carriage Crossing area. So
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's a little bit of everything.
Okay.
So no matter what part of town you can
got
hit.
it covered.
Yeah.
Got you covered.
I gotta I need to print it out though, right? Because I'm old school, right? I need to print out the list.
If I would have known, I would have brought you some flyers.
Oh man, and then I'm gonna check off the boxes, man.
So Cynthia, it's Black Restaurant Week this week.
Yes.
Don't want to take everybody go out there, support Black businesses, support
Every
small
week,
local businesses
Yeah.
every single week. They're highlighted this week, but they don't just go away.
That's right.
And if you don't support them, they go away forever.
They do.
That Jamaican spot sits in the building where my Neds used to sit, and my Neds was my heart. It hurt my soul when they ended up closing.
Yep.
Shout out to Miss Etna. But you've got a lot of other things going on, a lot of other events.
A full year.
You brought up the food truck fest happening on Sunday.
On Sunday,
right?
correct.
So what else? What all do you got going on? And tell us a little bit about everything lining up for this year.
Okay, so it's the 10th annual Soul for Food Truck Festival. So we've got about 50 food trucks, about 15 food vendors. We've got soul music every hour. Then we've got DJ. So it's a family-friendly event. We've got stuff for the kids. It's always a really good time.
Still at Tiger Lane?
Still at Tiger Lane. And it feels like a family reunion every year. Then this is my 3rd annual Black Bridal Expo coming up March 30th. Again, there are a lot of bridal shows that come through Memphis, but I wanted to create something tailored for the minority bride and making sure that those businesses can be supported. Obviously, that's a theme throughout my business. Black Arts and Wine Festival. During the pandemic, a lot of Black-owned wines and liquors were really coming to fruition, so this is a way to highlight it. Funny enough, I call it my Napa Valley experience. I've rent Pink Palace, so I use a lot of the greenery outdoors, so you feel like you're in the California hills.
Hey, the fits for that be incredible. I'm pretty sure we're going. It is a vibe. I'm pretty sure we're going.
You already got tickets. I got you. Say less. Say less. Say less.
Let's go.
Memphis Vegan Festival. This is my 5th one. That's May 31st. It's free for the community. You know, I try to do a good balance. That is going to be at Fourth Bluff Park. Same with Juneteenth Shop Black. That's the next day. That's 100 Black businesses to shop with.
On the Vegan Fest,
Yes.
my that might be my extended family's favorite.
You're
favorite
kidding.
one. No, they love it because it's I want to try some of these vegan options and I don't know where all of them are in the city.
Yeah.
But if they're in one spot, I can come through
and patronize
and reasonably priced.
Yes.
And I can just sample everything. And then when I find the thing that I like, I know, I like this spot over here. Let me get over there and do it. It's great. And Fourth Bluff is an incredible park. I don't think enough people take advantage of Fourth Bluff. You're looking out over the Mississippi River. It's wonderful.
Yes.
What a view.
Really small, short story. For Memphis Vegan Festival, 2 of the vegan restaurants in Memphis launched their businesses at this vegan festival. So Son of a Vegan and Shroomlicious Meals, they were people I found on social media. They impressed people so much they just built this following, and over the next 2-3 years, they both ended up opening up restaurants. I just think that's so cool. Sometimes
amazing.
you have to give people opportunities.
That's what events like these are about. Give vendors opportunities to showcase what they got, and then give us as patrons opportunities to patronize.
Absolutely.
As long as everybody's in one spot, everybody's gonna love it. After Vegan Fest and Juneteenth.
So we got Black Restaurant Week this week.
This week.
Yes.
All right, and then we have the
Soul
Food Truck Festival.
Fest.
That's on Sunday.
This coming Sunday.
This coming Sunday at Tiger Lane.
Is there a cost to get in?
It is $8 to get in.
To get in, and then it's how many vendors are you anticipating?
So total, I'm going to say 110. That's including the food trucks, non-food vendors, and food vendors. So that's, all of Tiger Lane will be full.
That means I got to get out there and give me some
there's
t-shirts.
events for families and everything, kids and
Absolutely.
everything.
And the kids are free 5 and under. So I do want to make it as economically feasible as possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's, hey, you know what? You catch some NCAA tournament games early in the day, go get you some food.
There you go.
That evening, and then you good. I'll be out there. I'm going to get there. I'm going to definitely get there.
Okay.
Especially because I need to catch up on this list The
you
first list,
behind.
because I know I'm not gonna get to all of them between
But
now and
that's a
Sunday.
beautiful thing.
But I'm gonna get back to it.
When we did it, like we started doing Black Restaurant Week 2020. That's when my wife and I started paying attention to that type of thing.
Nice.
And you're not going to get to everywhere in
not
one week.
in 1 week.
But it is a running list of restaurants for you to go to throughout the course of the year.
Exactly. And the website stays up year round, so you're able to just click on it and say, oh, okay. So you can patronize. And some people, which I think is so cool, they're intentional and they make sure they keep the flyer or the list so they can go throughout the year.
Throughout the year,
Absolutely. All right. So after the Juneteenth, the shop Juneteenth,
yes.
What do you have next?
So after that, we have Elixir. Elixir, that's my baby. I have been to every kind of party under the sun. I love music. So this is the ultimate party with 10 DJs, 6 different rooms. Each room has its own vibe. So you've got the Neo Soul room, you've got the Lit Lounge, you've got a cigar lounge, you've got the silent party within the party. And it's just, again, another family reunion because people of all ages come. I have people as young as 25. I have up to 65-year-old judges just kind of vibing in the Neo Soul Lounge. So it's really cool to see all of Memphis come to that one. I do that at the Hilton. That'll be September 27th. After that, we have Top 40 under 40 Urban Elite Professionals, where we celebrate.
Just missed it. Don't qualify.
Just missed
I'm on the other side
41. But yeah, we celebrate 40 amazing people in different professions. It's not the typical people that you're going to see. And actually, we've highlighted a few people from the Grizzlies, organization. So that's been really cool. Then we end the year with a New Year's Eve party life at the Hilton. So again, I wanted to create a New Year's Eve experience at a hotel, something that I see all the time back home in Atlanta, but I didn't really see it for us in Memphis. So wanted to create that. And this will be my 8th one.
That's so true.
It's been amazing to just create what I feel is needed for us and just kind of grow it and just have fun with it.
Absolutely,
those are experiences that, and I like the way you said that too, because not all of us are from Memphis. Like you have Atlanta. I'm from the East Coast, DC. I've been in Miami for 10 years before I came here.
Okay.
And I could tell you this much, just that you mentioned New Year's Eve. Every New Year's, I struggle to find a reason to stay in Memphis if I'm not working.
Wow.
Because every time you want to celebrate something, you're like, man, I got to go somewhere else because I don't have any events here to do that. But I will definitely check out that list right there and earmark that one for sure to see if we can make something happen on that one.
I'll take good care of you. You know
Absolutely.
that.
I know that. I know that for sure. I know that for sure. So that's good.
Cynthia, thank you so much for joining us. Can you tell people one more time where they can go to get more information on Black Restaurant Week and all of the events that you help put on?
Absolutely. So blackrestaurantweek.com. You can find all the information on all 20 participating restaurants. CDCO Festivals, that's my website. So you'll see everything I just went over in one place. So you don't have to search for it. It's all there for you.
Absolutely. Wonderful, wonderful. We've got Mike's Pick 6. So this week, to a little background on the show.
All right.
We pick 6 things throughout the course of the year. Every episode, we got 6 things. This week's in honor of Black Restaurant Week.
Yes.
Fictitious Black Restaurants. That's what we're doing. Mike's list. Let's get it.
No. Let her see your list first.
Kyle, can you show her my list?
Yeah.
I would love to see this.
So my list is Club Sugar Ray, Pop's Joint, McDowell's, Tiana's Palace, Nipsey's Bar, The Pit.
Oh, The Pit. Yes.
The Pit.
I love it. I definitely, I wanted to go to Hillman College, like my senior year.
Hurt your soul. What college did you end up going to?
Alabama A&M University.
HBCU. Yeah, for sure.
Even
HBCU.
though, like, it's the second or third best HBCU in Alabama.
Oh my God.
It's Tuskegee, and then y'all can figure it out from there.
I'm turning my back now.
All right, Mike's list.
All right, my list. I can't even remember how I. Okay, there we go. Nipsey's.
Yes.
Martin had that one, obviously from Nipsey, so I'm gonna go Nipsey's. You and I share Nipsey's. I told you there was 2 on your list that's on my list, so we share 2 of the restaurants. Number 5, Kyra, hit me up. Club Sugar Ray. So those right off the top. Harlem Nice, man. And Ray just had the Boom Boom Room.
Come on, man.
And it was just nice. You know what I mean? It was
Boom Boom Room almost made my list.
See, but that's the
But it wasn't real.
It was a dream.
Yes.
It was his Boom Boom Room.
Hey, Ray, what I'm going to be doing?
Yeah. You're going to be in the Boom Boom Room. Yeah. And that was from Life, actually. That was from Life.
That was from Life.
All right, so that's Club Sugar Ray's was there. Number 4, Rob's Place, what's
Not
happening?
what's happening.
Shirley.
Oh.
Big Shirley worked at
Big
Rob's
Shirley.
Place, right?
He went all the way back.
Rerunning Raj used to pull up and turn the chair around backwards.
Yep.
Man, Rob's Place, man. I know, and all they had was hamburgers. I don't know nothing else. That was just hamburgers, right? And sodas. That's it. All right, so Rob's Place from What's Happening. All right, number 3, Claude's. Remember
Lord,
Claude's from A
yes.
Time to Kill? Samuel Jackson was like, just because you eat at Claude's doesn't mean you know nothing about us. Remember,
It's the layers. It's layers over here.
That's what I'm saying. Claude's from A Time to Kill. Remember, Claude's was the greasy spoon that everybody met at.
Yeah.
They would the white lawyers would meet over there because that's them going to the black side of town, right? Claude's. Who couldn't? Hey man, I want to go to Claude's to this day. It might still be in Canton, Mississippi somewhere. Number 2. Here we go. Smokey's Barbecue from the shop. From the shop.
You got excited.
Yes, Smokey's Barbecue, man, from the Chi. If you ever seen the Chi, that's one of the central locations that everybody worked at, and it keeps getting shot up every other episode. But they have fried fish, they have catfish, they got ribs. It's a barbecue spot that specializes in fried foods. The Chi, man, Smokey's. And then my number 1. Last but not least, McDowell's. So we actually had 3 because you cheated. You added one more to yours.
I didn't cheat. There was some confusion. That's all it was.
Okay.
I've been doing a poor job of sending things.
And I can't remember, man. I had it in my mind, the address, because when the Reverend read off the
Queens Boulevard. I'm halfway there. That's my favorite movie.
12 Queens Boulevard.
That's my favorite movie.
That is mine too. Coming to America. That's one of the few movies I can sit down no matter when it's on, and I will watch the rest of it.
Oh, that's wonderful, man.
Yeah.
I think it was 8507. There it is. 8507. 07.
Queens Boulevard.
Queens Boulevard. Oh my goodness, that was it right there, man.
That's a good list,
there.
Mike. You had some. Like I was like, it's gonna be hard to think of other black restaurants.
Yeah.
And then Mike was like, no, I got it. Mike left and came back like, hey,
he told me this morning that's what we were doing, right?
And it was just like that.
And I said, let me go get my phone. I'm gonna run to the car. I'm gonna go get my phone. And I came back. I had 4 that hit me immediately.
That's crazy.
And I had to work. So now we putting you on the spot. Anyone that we miss? Any honorable mentions?
Oh my goodness.
I know it's tough.
So again, I would have said McDowell's. I mean,
that's universal.
The one.
That's universal.
Man.
That's universal.
I can't even think of one right now. That's crazy. Because y'all named them all.
Yeah. It was fun. It's been a fun list, man. That was one of the fun ones that we go into the lab with these pick sixes.
I can see.
And we do pick 6 movies. We do it across all genres.
Oh,
and
that's cool.
This was one of the most spontaneous fun ones right there.
Absolutely. This was a spontaneous and fun show, Cynthia. All because of you. Thank you so much, and thank you for all that you do. Thank you to Mike Wallace. Thank you guys out there for watching us on Grind City Media and the Bill Ford Tough Studios. We'll be back next week for more fun and excitement. For Mike, I'm CJ. Everybody take care.